Sorry, 431 for number 8. 431. Already active in the system, so I already explained her she won't be getting a new report.
Drop the knife now! Drop the knife! Drop it! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! You take one step in this direction, I'll take this from you. Throw me right now.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
You're James.
Yeah, I'm James.
Lead investigator Winslow Taylor.
Nice to meet you too.
So, like I said, this interview is voluntary. It's all consented if you wanted to be here.
No, I'm just here to clear my name. Yeah.
Well, I'm just here to ask you a couple questions about the events on July in the summer, July 27th, with...
I mean, that's what everybody's talking about, so you might as well, yeah.
Well, tell me about your story about that day. What happened?
My story? Well, what happened is that I basically saved many lives, and I saved my own and my colleagues. So I mean, what much is there to know?
Well, you shot a boy 9 times.
Okay.
With a knife.
Okay.
Why did you shoot him 9 times?
Why should he stay still alive?
You feel that it was justified
To do what?
to shoot the guy 9 times, to shoot Sammy Yatim 9 times. He was down by the third. He was down by a second shot when you fired 3 times at him.
Were you there?
I seen the video.
Oh, you seen the video?
I seen the video.
Good.
And he was down by the time that 3rd shot was fired.
Were you holding that gun?
No, but
were you being basically stuck up with a knife? About about what, like 10 feet away.
I hear you. I understand what you're saying, but he was on the streetcar.
Okay.
And he still had a bit of a distance away from him. So you could have just contained the situation.
I did my best to. I told him to drop the knife. And I told him several times, but he did not listen. And so I felt threatened.
Mm-hmm.
And what he has is a deadly weapon that could cause, death. And so I don't want to die. And so I felt I took the proper measures. And he wasn't being compliant, so I had to put him down. I stand firm on what I did.
And you believe shooting him 9 times was firm, was reasonable?
If a man of 50 Cent still alive, I think 9 times is pretty reasonable.
What was your team's behavior like? Did you try, you said you communicated with him, you told him to drop the knife.
Yes.
What did he say? What did he say back to you?
Honestly, I can't remember, it's all a blur. And I don't even have my notes because you guys have my notes. But, hey man, look, first of all, I don't even have to be here. I don't even want to be here. But I'm telling you right now that I told him, I give him direct orders, and I give it to him very firm. And I told him, hey, drop the knife. Several times. If you're not going to listen to me, then you're going to catch some lead.
Well, you sound more like an aggressive communicator. You wanted to impose your will.
So what are you saying?
I'm just saying you could have, I don't know, there could have been another way, in my opinion.
What do you mean I'm an aggressive communicator? What is that even, what are you saying?
Well, you impose your will on others through verbal or nonverbal acts. It could start off with intimidation, and then it could get into more violent, aggressive behavior.
Okay.
So, you told him to drop a knife.
Okay.
And you used your firearm. You pulled out your firearm.
Exactly.
You drew your firearm.
I'm sorry, I don't carry a bayonet with me.
Well,
we barely get tasers, so what do you expect from me?
So why didn't you wait for the sergeant with the taser?
He is a man who isn't following directions. He was at one point half naked, right? He's carrying a knife on a TTC. I'm pretty sure that if you are acting that kind of way, something is not right. So let alone like police, just police kind of mandates and policies. Let's just think about common sense here.
Well, you didn't answer my question. There was a sergeant with a taser.
Okay.
A road sergeant.
Okay.
Why didn't you just wait for that sergeant to arrive at the scene to maybe assist you further with that situation instead of resorting to your firearm?
Because I felt that I needed to de-escalate the situation, and that's what I did. I did my best to de-escalate the situation and to get everything under control. So I gave him directions. He did not listen.
Like you said earlier.
Like I said earlier. And so my sergeant, in the time that my sergeant was even going to get there, who knows what would have happened. Like I said, from the beginning we started this. I saved lives and I saved my own life. And so, what?
My next question is this. When you arrived on scene,
okay,
did you feel like you knew what you were going to do? Like, did you have an idea of what you were going to do? Or did you just draw up a conclusion about Sammy Adjei when you first saw him?
When I first saw him, I knew he's crazy. I knew there was something wrong with him. Or maybe he was going through some troubles. As I got the call and as I'm going on my way there, I knew that there may be a point where I might have to put him down. Arrived on scene, and you know how the story goes, seeing how you watch the videos and stuff, and how you seem like an expert in policing.
Well, you had a partner with you when you arrived on scene, so
okay.
more than one officer, there
Okay.
could have been more options available instead of
Like what?
pepper spray.
Really? Really?
Hey, there's more than one officer though. It's not.
Really?
If it was by yourself, then I could understand why you'd use it. But
Really, pepper spray.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, he was feeling pretty proud of himself, and like I'm guessing the adrenaline was really rushing, and because he's half naked and stuff. I don't think he's a pretty confident guy, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna be going past pepper spray because we're talking about this pepper here. So I mean, if he really wants to stab us, he's gonna stab us. I mean, pepper spray is not gonna put him down.
like you said, you could have just waited for the sergeant with the taser to come.
I could have
And
waited
just
for
could-
the sergeant. I could have waited for the sergeant.
Yes, and you could have, like I said, you could have just waited for him to come and maybe disable the streetcar so he wouldn't use it.
Disable the streetcar.
Or-
Or what am I, Rescue Heroes? What is this?
Wow.
Disable the streetcar.
Mhm.
There's a man on the streetcar with a knife. Life, death.
Mhm.
It's either he's living or I'm living.
Mhm.
It's either he's dead or I'm dead. I stand firm on what I did, and he didn't want to listen, so I said, okay. So you gotta catch some lead.
Did he move ways that he was going to attack you on the streetcar? He was on the streetcar?
He was on the
as I saw in the
Oh,
video.
okay, YouTuber.
Mhm.
Okay. So he was on the streetcar, okay, fine.
Mhm.
Did you know that it could literally take him just 5 steps to just stab me? So it doesn't really matter if he's really in the streetcar or not.
But,
And the fact that he's not complying.
but
I mean, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Maybe there could have been other ways to do it. But in that moment, I stand firm on what I did. Because life or death, right?
okay. So, you felt you made the right decision.
I felt I made the right decision. And I don't appreciate you calling me an aggressive communicator, or what the heck that means.
Well, judging from that, I see that you are.
You
That's
see
what
that I am.
That you were.
You see that I
I
am.
saw it.
Oh.
In the video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And so what are you?
I'm here to interview you.
Oh.
This isn't about me. This
Oh.
is about you.
Okay.
You are facing a second-degree murder
Yeah.
charge. So
Okay. Always on the hot seat, right? Okay. Yeah.
it's my job to interview you. You are the subject officer.
Oh, I'm the subject now.
Mhm.
Okay.
So when you got the call and you were driving to the scene,
Mhm.
what were you thinking? What was going through your head?
Basically, I was driving as quick as I can because we got a call that a male is basically waving a knife on a TTC streetcar. So even from the call, I'm thinking, okay, either he's like suicidal, mental, or just wants money or something. So when I got there and I seen him, and at one point he was half naked. I was just like, okay, this kid most likely has mental issues. Like he has some serious problems, psychologically.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did tell him drop the knife. They didn't want to listen. So you know the rest.
So you assumed you drew up a conclusion about him.
I guess. I guess. I mean, like, I think anyone would kind of assume that, he has some mental issues.
Well, that's something we call the attribution theory.
What am I in class? Like, what? Like, really?
It's something where we as humans tend to draw up conclusions about other people's behavior and why they do that. In your situation, his behavior and his way of thinking and his actions, you drew up a conclusion about him because of that, without truly knowing what was really behind it.
Okay. I got a question for you. Are you a psychiatrist or are you SIU?
I am SIU.
You're SIU.
Mhm.
So don't be trying to decipher my thinking and how I am and whatnot. I don't really need this, okay?
Yeah, but that's what you did. You drew up conclusions about Sammy, a team,
Okay.
and
So what you're saying that's what caused the issue to go the way it did? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm not saying that.
You're not saying that. Well, you're my psychiatrist, so you gotta be telling me something. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really. But I feel that is all I have. So
We're done here. We're done?
we're done here.
We're done
But
here?
you will be receiving another interview.
I will be receiving that. You'll be receiving a summons. That's what you gonna get.
Really?
I know your card.
Really?
Yeah, I know your card. Appreciate the time, buddy.